Have you started investing? Yes, you. Have you started investing? How much are you investing every month, every 2 weeks? Are you doing it already? Are you consistent? Are you disciplined? Are you focused on what you're doing? If you haven't, you need to see me and then I can guide you on how to begin. As usual, guys, MoneyMatters here. How are you doing, guys? Beautiful Sunday, beautiful new week. We're starting the new week with lots of good information, good vibes, good energy, and of course, investment and the financial freedom journey. Remember, it's not about the money, it's about the freedom. It's about taking control of your time and your energy and deciding what you do at whatever time, in whichever place you want to do it. That's the best thing, right? That's the best gift you can give to yourself. So today we're going to be looking at the best countries to invest in Africa. I believe this is one of the best videos you're going to be doing on this channel because this is basically opening your mind, not just to a particular country, not just to a particular location, but to the whole continent, because there are so many opportunities in Africa and people don't see them or people don't know about them. But it is our job as financial literacy champions to ensure that people know about these opportunities, about these countries, and what are the requirements and stuff like that. It's also important for those who are in the diaspora to get to know these opportunities, because there are people who are born in the diaspora. There are people who have no link, no relatives, no known relatives in Africa, but they would want to go back to the motherland and start investing there. Then there are those who are within Africa and they want to go across the borders and explore other opportunities. I have so many of these people in my channel. They do comment. Thank you guys for the support. I have people from Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Dubai, Middle East are quite many actually. A lot of people from Africa who have gone to Middle East to work do come to me a lot. I appreciate the support. So this video is basically to help you make a decision on where exactly you want to go and invest in Africa. It is for everyone who is thinking of investing, thinking of expanding their horizon, and thinking of expanding their reach in terms of opportunities. Remember, when you're starting to invest, you want to look at certain things. Before we go on with the video, let me mention and appreciate Afrimanomics, which is a blog written by Pevi Ouko, who is again my brother. And thank you so much for helping me do the research on this particular topic, because sometimes you need help to get perspectives from different people. So Afrimanomics is a blog that is online. You can check it out. I'll leave the link below. Again, all these articles about Africa, businesses, investments, we're going to be writing them and leaving the link below. So if you want to read more about investing in Africa, about economics in Africa, about basically money, personal finance, financial freedom in Africa, you can always check my website. You can also check his blog, which is going to be below, Afrimanomics by Pevi Ouko. We do research together so that we can come up with something that's conclusive, something that's holistic, something that is deeper. Pevi Ouko is more of an economist. I'm more of a finance person, but when we come together, we can produce really good things. So if you want to read the blog, please feel free to read the blog. I'll leave the link in the description. Let's go on, guys. So if you want to invest in Africa, which are some of the best countries you want to go to? Number one, choosing a place to invest is something that is important and critical in the journey to invest, especially if you're in the diaspora or you're not living in that particular country. So you want to look at what is happening in that country, what is making you choose that country. And people do look at so many parameters, so many things. I always say, don't choose a country because of some sentimental issues. Choose a country because of certain logical issues that will actually spur your business, spur your investments. When I talk about investments, in this case, I'm also meaning just normal businesses. So probably you want to get into Kenya and start a new business, you are a Ugandan. Or you are a Kenyan, you want to get into Tanzania to start a new business, or you have to invest in the things that they do offer. Or you've seen some opportunities in Rwanda, in Burundi, in Botswana, in Ghana, in Nigeria. You want to exploit those opportunities. And by there, I have lots of Nigerians who do come to me. I appreciate it. So, guys, you want to know, why are you choosing that particular country? Which are the countries that will help you invest in an easy way? They will make the environment very supportive, very encouraging, very easy, and very flowy in terms of doing business. So which are these countries, guys? When you're choosing a particular country, you want to look at things like political stability. Very important. The leadership of that country, the elections of that country, what happens during elections, how is the political structure and the political system in that country. You don't want a country whereby the political leadership always interferes with the markets. That makes it very difficult to make money, right? You want to look at things like the macroeconomic trends in that country. You want to look at things like the foreign policy in that country. You want to look at things like the regulations in terms of business and investments in that country. You want to look at how much foreign direct investment flows into that country, because that will show you how much people trust that country. So you want to look at it from different angles. I always say, make sure you look at something that supports the kind of business you're going to do. You don't want to do a business that conflicts with a culture or a tradition of a particular place. These are things that people do overlook, but you want to consider them. So if you are in the diaspora, you want to start a business in Africa, you want to know what is the culture of the place. You don't want to bring in something that nobody will buy. It's like selling sand in the desert. You don't want to do such a thing. You don't want to be conflicting so much with the culture. You want to learn the place. You want to know what is happening on the ground, So you have to consider so many things before you get into business. You want to look at the infrastructure development of the country. How are they doing infrastructure-wise? So these are some of the things you'd want to consider before you choose which are the countries you want to invest in. So on top of our list is Ghana. And Ghana is one of the best destinations for most people coming from the diaspora. Number one is because they have launched a very active Return to Africa campaign that has encouraged a lot of people to start investing in Ghana. That's the best thing. And then, of course, another thing that has really attracted people to Ghana is the political stability in the country. Recently, they had an election. You couldn't even hear about it because it was basically bereft of all this noise that people do make on media and across the world when they're having elections. So if you look at Ghana, for example, and compare it to Kenya during elections, you find that Ghana is much more mild and much more focused and much more structured in terms of how they do their elections. That gives you a lot of political stability assurance that, even if I invest in this particular country, whoever is in power does not really interfere with my investments, my businesses, and whatever I'm doing. So Ghana features on top of our list because of that political stability, the campaign they've been holding just to help people return back to the country, the support that they give the diasporans coming back to Ghana, or what you call the returnees. People are going back from the US, from the West, back to Africa. Ghana has really provided a good environment for them to settle, and the houses are comparatively cheap in Ghana. So compared to the US, for example, compared to the West, so that also encourages people to move back there, because what you want is a place to live, a very good environment to live. At least another reason why it features on top of the list is because of the business environment and the support the government has been giving in terms of policy reforms. The government has carried out a lot of policy reforms to help people do businesses with ease, with no difficulties, And again, when it comes to corruption index, Ghana features quite low in the corruption listing. So however much there's corruption, but if you compare to some other countries in Africa, Ghana has done quite well in trying to curb corruption. So of course, corruption do affect a lot how we do business. So that's something that the country has tried to curb as much as possible. Again, foreign property ownership is allowed in Ghana as long as you follow the proper channels. You can always own properties in Ghana. Makes it an interesting and attractive destination for those who want to start investing. So like we have said, there are many reasons in Ghana: political stability, the support that the government has given so far, policy reforms, the regulations that they have are quite easy, quite straightforward, curbing corruption, making the environment very agreeable and conducive for doing business and investing. Again, this is a good destination if you want to start investing in Africa. See you in Ghana, guys. The second one, of course, is my own place, my heart, Kenya. So in Kenya, again, I always tell people you can invest in Kenya because I am promoting my country, right? I have to be biased. Kidogo, kidogo. Anyway, guys, Kenya was one of the fastest growing countries in the world just before COVID hit and messed things up. But Kenya is a very fast growing economy and the biggest in East and Central Africa. So you can imagine Kenya is growing quite rapidly, quite fast. There's lots of investment in the telecommunications sector. There's lots of investment in the infrastructure sector. There is a very good political stability, I would say. The tribal tensions are quite common thing during elections, but I must say that they do die off, or we get a way of sorting them out. But Kenya is one of the fastest growing countries in the world and in Africa right now, fastest growing economies, and you definitely would want to think of investing there. We have some of the best bonds. When it comes to legal issues, we have some of the best property rights. Again, we allow ownership of property by foreigners. So yes, there are channels that you have to follow, but we allow ownership of property, making it easy for people to come and invest. I told you recently that a lot of foreigners do invest in bonds in Africa. They get the opportunity to invest in stocks in Africa. So Kenya is a good place for you to start thinking if you want to invest in Africa. Kenya is a beautiful place, lovely. The weather is amazing. If you want to get into agribusiness, it's an open market, I tell you. Lots of opportunities. If you want to land in my country, you're welcome. See you there. Then we have Mauritius, small island nation, a beautiful place. a holiday destination. People only think of Mauritius as a destination for just having fun, But again, the business environment is quite good. It has one of the strongest financial services sectors. It's one of the fastest growing economies in the world. It has been ranked as the 10th freest economy in the world. That means they least interfere in the economy or the financial sector. It's a free market. It offers a low tax jurisdiction to most people. If you're looking for a place where you can invest with minimal tax, then you want to go to Mauritius. It has been ranked as one of the best places in terms of ease of doing business. It's actually 13th in the world in the ease of doing business index. So Mauritius is one of those countries that you definitely want to look at if you want an efficient structure, an efficient system that will support your business without much ado. Mauritius, financial services quite good. Political stability in Mauritius is quite okay. The business environment quite easy. Regulations quite supportive, and foreigners can easily own property and get into the investment sector in that country. Small country, good money. Then we have Botswana, one of the fastest growing economies in Africa and one of the best. And if you check the blog Afrimanomics, you will find that we have written about this particular country before. You will find we wrote about Botswana extensively and how it came from basically a very poor country to one of the best performing countries right now. And that is because of the policy reforms that they have taken, the certain practical steps they have taken towards developing that country. So it's a really good place for doing business if you're looking into business in Africa. Again, the political system is quite safe, quite structured, quite solid. Never had any issue with regards to elections, no tensions, no conflicts. So it's a very stable economy. It does not have any exchange controls and has very low tax regime, just like Mauritius. And finally, the country is very friendly to investors. So if you want to get to Africa, you want to look into Botswana with its amazing, amazing business structures. And then we have Rwanda. Now, this is one country that most people are surprised anytime you talk about it because it came from one of the darkest histories to become one of the best growing economies in Africa and in the world. It actually comes after Mauritius in terms of ease of doing business. When it comes to the ease of doing business index ranking, Rwanda just comes after Mauritius, and that tells you how serious they are with making the environment for businesses as easy as possible. There's a lot of investment in infrastructure in trying to open up the economy. It's a comparatively small economy, but there's a lot of foreign direct investment flowing into the country, and therefore there's lots of investment in the health sector, as you have seen recently. You've seen a lot of investment in the infrastructure. You've seen a lot of people buying land in Rwanda coming from the diaspora. So basically, you can see lots of foreign direct investment into the country in different sectors. You've seen the agriculture sector in Rwanda doing amazingly well. This is a country that is basically ripe to be explored and to be invested in. So if you want to think of a safe, small country that is still growing, just in the nascent stages, you want to think of Rwanda, one of the best countries, honestly, in terms of economic structures and stuff. Some people would not agree with the political stability in the system, but as we know, it is a very structured system. After the genocide happened, we know how the political system is. It depends on your opinion about it, but so far it's working for them. What we care about is the growth of the economy. The rest, just politics, right? So the economy has been performing extremely well. Finally, we have South Africa and Nigeria, which are the largest economies in Africa by default, as you know, but they didn't feature in the list because at this particular time we were looking at which countries are good at this moment. South Africa, as you know, has had a lot of unrests with regards to COVID issues and COVID rules. Then they had the unrest with regards to the political issues they had with Zuma and the current president. Then there have been issues with the opposition demanding accountability from the government. So South Africa has had a very tumultuous time, I would say, but it's one of the biggest economies in Africa. Nigeria, again, one of the biggest economies, lots of resources, but the management has been quite poor, lots of political issues, macroeconomic issues. There has been lack of control in terms of the economy. So again, Nigeria is a big economy, but there have been certain issues with regards to the business environment or the investment environment. So for a new investor who is going into Africa, this is not the first place you want to land. You want to give it some time to settle down and see what things are happening. But remember, this list will be changing with time. So again, we will always update you, tell you what's happening at the time. But as you know, these are some of the largest economies, and the ones I've mentioned before are some of the best and ripe for investment at this particular time. Lots of untapped opportunities in Africa. So welcome to Africa and see you there, guys. Remember, read the blog below, Afrimanomics, Uko. Thank you. And again, subscribe to the channel, If you need any coaching, any direction on where to go, opportunity to discuss which decision you want to make, feel free to approach me. Case Money Matters as usual. I'm here to help. See you guys in our next video.
One's a company, two's a crop, three's a party coming.